Hey, this is my project, take 5. Okay, my 4th grade electricity unit. It was about how electricity is important to our lives, how to make electrical circuits, different forms of electrical producing energy, another thing, working with partners collaboratively. I went on the learning platform Microsoft OneNote because I wanted to see what a difference it is compared to Google. I did some things with Google, but the one thing I have not done with either of them is use them in my class. We have yet to get passwords for our 4th grade class. Yesterday I tried to do the Microsoft OneNote. I had the tech person there, and of course there was a glitch because for some reason they can't log on with what she said we could log on with. So she's going to look into that, and hopefully soon I'll be able to use both Google and Microsoft to do this lesson. So I used ReadWorks, Kahoots, Edpuzzle, BrainPop. I made PowerPoints to upload to Nearpods. That seemed the easiest way to do that. I made a Microsoft form quiz, which I would like to use. So some of this stuff I haven't been able to utilize yet because I just can't. So week 1, learning the basics of electricity, vocabulary. Week 2, they'll make a blueprint of their house to learn about, lights and fans, what they look like. I actually have schematic drawing from an electrician. Then they'll design their own circuits, which we have from the ESL kit, where they make circuits, which is a battery and a light bulb and a switch, and they'll actually make those, which will lead us into them making their own circuits, which is the 4-picture thing, which they'll do on week 4, which comes along here, and then week 5, which I hopefully will get everything working so that I can go in there and share all this stuff. I can put them into groups because under the OneNote you can put kids into group. All right, so let me show you some of the things. ReadWorks. Okay, ReadWorks is here. So this is some of the 18 of 20 submitted. They read it, they answer the questions. Which was interesting. I used a grade level 2 here. Mostly this was grades 3 through 6. So you can do different levels depending on your kids. And sometimes it's interesting that some kids, it helps you assess. So that it's come in handy. I like this ReadWorks. It's free. So, and they do it in different languages. The other one I enjoyed was the Nearpod lesson. This came in real handy. My library, I only made 2 so far, but you can buy already made ones. I'm going to look into more of that. So this is my series circuit one, and this is my types of energy. We'll hopefully hit those later in a minute. The other thing I enjoy is BrainPop. And here I can review just about anything. There is a teacher link for this, which I'm going to look into. I think it's $200 some odd, but it allows you to keep all your information, have the kids take quizzes on Chromebooks or whatever. So everything's going that way. So that'll be interesting. Once we get everything up and running in the building with the wiring and all that, I'll look forward to utilizing all these wonderful things out there on the web. So my Microsoft OneNote. So this is why I log in every day to get my mail. It also allows me to have all these other wonderful things here under Microsoft because we are a Microsoft school right now, but we do have a lot of we have Chromebooks, so kind of a mixed match, which it can be good and bad depending. All right, so I go into my OneNote here. And this brings up what notebooks I'm working with. I could do class notebooks, which this would be private, and this would be my school, which I'll work on eventually splitting that up. So I'll have class notebooks, and then I'll have my notebooks for home, like I said, recipes and other things like that. So I'll go here. And it's being a little slow all of a sudden. So here's my OneNote electric unit. Okay, I have my lessons here, my 5 lessons. So they're right here. Here's my unit vocabulary. So on this, I could just send the kids just the words and teach them that under this Microsoft. If I click on I go to edit in OneNote. You have to go to edit when you want to change things. So I go to switch and I look up. I hit switch, look up, and then over here it'll bring me what a switch is, and up here it'll give you different things. So I'm going to go to Dictionary North America. So something to teach the kids about looking up words, how words have many different meanings. Here, button or lever controlling electrical switch. Okay, so that's the one I'm going to have them look up. Okay, so I'd have them paste, hold it, copy and paste. You teach them that, and Control V. Now they have a definition from the dictionary in their thing. All right, so that's one thing we could teach them there. Now, lesson 2. Okay, the schematics, I could teach them the schematics. The good thing about this is compatible with whiteboard. So you can draw on these on your whiteboard lesson, which is fantastic. So if you want to add things, and it'll save it right away. Here's my lesson 3, circuits. Okay, here's my parallel circuits. For some reason, when I download here, I can't do it, but if I go here and then click it on, it'll take me to my Nearpod, so I don't have to go searching for the Nearpod. It's in the Microsoft lesson itself, which is fantastic because, you don't want to be hunting around having all this stuff open like we have here that I have done. So, and then over here, I have different pages. So, under this let me go down to lesson 4 and show you that more. Okay, so making your circuit board, I have pictures here. So I have examples of circuit boards. So down here, see, and all these I can share with the kids. So if I go to edit OneNote, upload. Okay, here's my lessons up here. So I can just stay in this edit mode if I wanted and go through this. Okay, lesson 4. Now I have example of circuits. Okay. Class notebook. And then I can just, I gotta update it. Class notebook. I can distribute this page to all my students. Okay, and they would get this and then have to go into their, when they log on, it'll see it and they'll have to download it and it'll be into their notebook. Distribute new section. You build a content library. I can go review student work. And once I get that started, I'm going to look at how that all works. Add and remove students, add and remove teachers. You can work with collaboratively. So it has a lot of things that Google has. So types of power is my Nearpod. Okay, in this case, I got to look at what I did differently than the other one where it comes right up. This is my Nearpod. Again, it's embedded in the lesson. I could send that to the kids. They could go over this. This Nearpod actually has a quiz at the end that they could take, which is kind of neat. So as you go through this, you have questions right in it. And then you go to the end. Let me get to the end here. Ready to take a quiz? I'd say go. But this does not let me do that. I did it in the other part, but there is a 10-question quiz at the end of this. So, lesson 5, which is my PowerPoint. I have that here. So again, I'm not leaving this. I could stay on this screen the whole time and go through my lessons by opening up that one notebook and have everything here. Here's their PowerPoint presentation, which I could share that with them. They have the information. So they don't have to come back to me and ask me, what do I have to do again? I'll just say, go look at your notebook because it's in there. That's the thing I like about this. Everything's going to be in a notebook. They'll set up their notebooks very similar to this. You could add as many pages in this as you want. As we go back to 4, types of power. You can see I have wind power, solar power, nuclear power, hydroelectric power. So I have all these pages that I could put information in and share it with the kids. as we go along, learning about these different powers. So I find it a very good tool to use. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you soon.